Fran seemed like vintage Jordan out there. I mean, it seemed every time, not only was he hitting threes, but every single one of them seemed to be really impactful in the game.
Well, they were. I mean, in particular, the one at the end of the half, Palmer makes a great and one, cuts it to one, and then he goes back and answers in 3.2 seconds. And then in the second half, when they went to the 1-3-1, somebody's got to step up and make a jumper. Bear hit one, Bohannon hit a bunch. We got some really good looks at it. Bear missed two that I thought were down. Joe missed one. But it was great to see Isaiah Moss in particular attack that defense. Really proud of him. He had a terrific game today.
Not long ago, Jordan himself said that he began to doubt himself for the first time in his career. Did you see any of that?
You know what, Mike? I really didn't. If that's the case, maybe he felt that way a little bit. I mean, if that's what he said, no reason not to believe him. But he knows that all I've ever done is encourage him to keep shooting. Set him up, run stuff for him, encourage him. He could miss 3-4 in a row in practice. Maybe two that you never expect him to miss, and we'll just keep telling him to shoot. That's what he does. And when it's all said and done, he's going to end up with a pretty good line typically. So I'm really proud of the way he carried us today in that one stretch. And it's just great to see him. And then he goes 10 for 10 from the line, which is what you expect from him.
Fran Garza gives you 8 points in limited minutes in the first half. How big was those?
Huge, Pat. When he practiced on Wednesday, I knew he wasn't going to play on Thursday. He practiced yesterday. I said, he might be okay. Our trainer and our doctor worked him out before the game. He said he's ready to go. And it's just great to see him with a smile on his face again. Gives us another offensive weapon inside. Gives us another post presence defensively. He's not 100% by any means, but he's getting closer. And I just felt like I needed to give him a chance today. He worked too hard to get back. Greener was playing so well, I considered not playing him. But I just felt like, this kid's chomping a bit. He's over there riding a bike. He can't wait to get in the game. We'll put him in, see what he does, and he was great.
Can you talk about Ryan moving in the starting lineup and just the energy he gave you today?
With him, he's a skilled big guy. He can score. He can pass and catch. He's really a good defender. He slides his feet. He's got great length. He's a tough guy, so he'll stick his nose in there. I think we've all known that this is coming. I mean, we've seen it before. He's had a couple of nagging little things that I think have precluded him from getting to this point. A little sprained ankle, then he had a little sore back. Stuff that you can play with, but you're not 100%. I think you're seeing a healthy Ryan Greener now. I think by virtue of me saying I'm going to go back to bringing Nicholas off the bench and playing him in the starting lineup, I think that was a boost for his confidence. And of course he waxed the 3 to start the game, and just to see his reaction was great. And I think from that point forward, he felt very comfortable out there.
How much of it is just him maybe maturing, just another year of learning how to play in the
Yeah, I mean, you think about last year, he didn't play as much as he would have because he had the 2 concussions. He was out a long time. You saw him have a great game against Michigan, great game on the road at Minnesota last year. So he actually had a terrific game here in the first half against Penn State early in the season. Then he got a concussion, missed a while, and then he was playing great, and then he got the concussion at Rutgers. So now he's back. He's himself. He's a junior. Integral part of our team moving forward, no question.
What's it say about your guys? You had a tough game Thursday. Nebraska kept coming at you today, but it seemed like you guys made every play when you needed to.
Really proud of that. It wasn't fun the other night. It's not fun. And there were some good things in the game. A lot of times you lose by 16, you think everything's awful. No, that wasn't the case. There were some good things. We did some good things. Some guys played well. Greener goes for 10 points, 3 for 3, 4 for 4. And there was some positives. So what you got to be able to do is honestly assess, okay, what went wrong? What do we have to do? Okay, so what went wrong in that game? What do we have to do in the next game? Well, this team, a really good coach, really good players, You know, they got a veteran group, you know, 3 seniors and a junior, you know, in that starting lineup, multiple scores. So, you know, we knew we were gonna change defenses, we knew we had to run the ball, we knew we had to guard them off the dribble, we knew we had to fight them on the glass. Knew we had to drive it and push it and try to get into the bonus, which we did in both halves, double bonus in both halves. So the ability to honestly assess what happened in the last game, figure out this is the game plan for this game and this is what we're gonna do, and then go out and execute it, and then fight through a bad stretch. We had that stretch in the second half where we had 4 turnovers and 6 possessions or whatever it was, with a couple misses that were halfway down. You know, a lot of times the whole lead evaporates. It didn't. We got it, you know, what, to 4, and then we got it back to 10.
Two more questions?
They were 4-23 for the I guess. What'd you do particularly in 5 of those games?
We're just in their space. You know, we you know, last year we played them up there. They were open. You know, we were in man and we were helping on the roll, and then a little bit late. You know, in the zone, you can kind of keep them in front of you, see where they are, and just be in that space. So if they're going to make a shot, they're going to make a tough shot. So, you know, we had a hand up, a high hand closeout. Now, sometimes what that does is it gives up dribble penetration. They had a couple times down at the other end where they were driving baseline on us, and we were closing out, taking away to 3, and just trying to get everybody over. So, you know, we gave up a little bit of that, but like you said, 4 for 23. You know, it's a good thing when you're in the zone.
You didn't get a lot of steals out of the trap, the press, but it seemed like it took time off the clock for them and late in the offense.
Yeah, you know, I don't know that we trapped very much, but I remember we trapped a couple times in the first half. You know, they spread it out pretty good, you know, so you can go trap, but you're vulnerable. So the thing is, the key in that situation is to make sure that you keep in front of you. You don't give up penetration. You don't give up a skip pass to a wide open 3-point shooter. So we're not in a press to give up open threes. We're not in a press to give up dribble penetration. You know, you're keeping them in front of you. If the worst thing that happens is they start their offense with 15 seconds, that's a good thing.